everyone and welcome back to a new weekly vlog. So it is the second week of Believe-a-thon and I am so excited. If you've seen last week's vlog, you'll know that I've already read 3 books, which means I'm over halfway. And yeah, I just can't wait to find new books that I know I'm gonna love. But first, I do have an update for you. If you can't tell by my chest, I am extremely burnt. I sat outside yesterday and read Spirit Walker by Michelle Paver in one sitting. I started reading Frost Hat by Jamie Littler, but because it was so hot, I think it was 21 degrees yesterday, I decided to go for this one because this is more of a summery setting and a lot of it is by the sea, as you can see by the cover. And I didn't really think it through, but I did literally sit down and I just read it because I was just so immersed in the story. I always am. I have already read this book. It's a reread for me. And I didn't notice how burnt I was because this is quite bad. Like, that's not too bad, but then you go here, it's quite bad. So, not the wisest decision, but it means that I have finished my 4th book for Believe-a-thon before I've even started this vlog. It was fine for me to swap out Frost Hat for this because the prompt was to read a book featuring an expedition or an adventure, and basically all the books in this series have an expedition and an adventure. It's a mix of both. So for this one, Torak, which is the main character here, sets out on an expedition / adventure because the clan that he lives with has started to get ill. No one knows the cause of this sickness, but it is slowly spreading throughout the forest. And Torak ends up somehow finding the Seal clan, where it's said that the Seal clan's mage will have a cure for the sickness. However, stuff happens along the way and it's obviously not smooth sailing. This little guy has a big part in the book actually, and it's just such a good book. It's so fast paced and I just absolutely love this series so much. So yeah, I did finish this one and then I was going to read the 3rd book in this series for the last prompt of Believe-a-thon because this was meant to be my last read, but obviously now it's moved up a bit. But Molly from Mind of Molly and I are buddy reading Wondersmith, which is the 2nd book in the Nevermore series. I don't know what the series is actually called, but we were messaging as I was reading the 1st book and we both decided to read the 2nd book together. So I think I'm going to read Wondersmith this weekend and I'm so excited for it. But in between that, I decided to pick up Arusha and the End of Time by Roshani Chokshi, and this is the myth take pick for the month. So there's a little buddy read going on for this book and I really wanted to join in. I love myth take, I love what they do, I love that they promote folklore and mythology because it's something I'm personally very interested in and it allows me to pick up books that I wouldn't necessarily have thought to pick up. So I'm only 4 chapters in at the minute. I've not really been in the mood for reading, I've just been doing a lot of other things, but I am kind of enjoying it so far, although Aru is not my favourite main character, but I feel like that'll change as we go on. I don't know too much about this book because I kind of wanted to go into it not knowing anything, but the main premise is that Aru has been lying to her classmates at school, saying that she's going to Paris with her mum for the holidays, but 3 of her friends actually turn up at the museum where they live and start calling her a liar basically. They start bringing up a load of things that she's lied about, including the fact that the museum has a cursed lamp. Aru of course gets defensive because she wants to remain popular, she wants to be friends with the popular kids, and so they dare Aru to basically touch the lamp and prove that she is telling the truth. But of course when she does so, she unwittingly frees the Sleeper, which is an ancient demon who is intent on waking the god of destruction. So she really didn't do the right thing there at all. So I'm guessing that the rest of this book is Aru, you know, searching for the cure. I'm sure she has to find the Pandava brothers or the reincarnation of the Pandava brothers. I'm sure something like that was mentioned, and I guess find a way to resolve what she's unleashed. So I have heard mixed things about this, which is why I'm unsure about picking it up. I've not necessarily been wanting to pick it up because I've heard some mixed things, which, you know, I'm only 4 chapters in, so I can't really judge it on anyone else's opinion. I need to read it and find that out for myself. So that is the plan for the rest of tonight. I'm obviously not going to read the whole thing because I have over 300 pages that I still need to read, but I'm hoping to make a good dent and possibly finish it tomorrow. So I guess I will just carry on reading for tonight and update you once I've got some things to say. Hi guys, so I know I said last night that I would be reading Shae, but Molly from Mind of Molly actually messaged me to say that she was ready to start reading Wondersmith, and so I moved on to read that as well. So I'm currently 100 pages in, so I've made a bit of a dent, but I am behind. I know Molly was on like 143 when I was on 60 pages or something like that, so I do really need to catch up today. So the plan is to just sit here and chill, which is why I've got my dressing gown on because it's very stormy outside and it's very cold. So I'm just going to sit here now and power through. I want to read another 100 pages if I can, and then I might take a break and then read the rest tonight, but we'll see. But I've just been on my laptop for a good while because someone has tried to sign into my eBay account and purchase things and list things for sale. So I've had to reset all my passwords, change everything, add more security, and it's just really scary. It doesn't look like they've managed to, you know, get any information, but I don't know, obviously. So I'm trying to contact a lot of different people at the minute to make sure that all my stuff is safe. But God, why do people do this? Like, it's absolutely horrible. The internet is such a horrible place sometimes, and yeah, now I feel a bit sick, to be honest with you. I feel really anxious. So I'm just gonna carry on reading for today because hopefully that'll make me feel better. Oh my God, I'm tearing up. This is so annoying. What's happening? Yeah, it's just scary when, you know, someone could possibly have hacked into your bank or something like that. So very scary. I'm trying to sort it out and hopefully it'll get sorted soon. But for now, I am just gonna read more of Wondersmith, which I am loving. It's just so nice diving back into this world. Obviously, I read Nevermore as my first prompt for Believeathon, and Wondersmith is going to be my last prompt, which is very fitting. It's a nice closed circle. I'm just gonna carry on reading this for the rest of today, but I thought I'd update you because this is turning into more of a weekend reading vlog, so I'm very sorry about that. But I do need to finish this and possibly Shae this week, but definitely this because Believeathon finishes on Sunday, which is 2 days from now, and I am participating in READATHON tomorrow and I'm reading a completely different book, so bit of a stress, but we'll get there, it's fine. I need to start reading, so I'll stop procrastinating and get to it. Guys, so sorry about the angle and everything, but I can't put you on there because it's so sunny outside you can't see my face, so we're just gonna vlog like this at the minute. But I'm here to give you a little update. So I did in fact finish Wondersmith the last time I updated you on that day. I basically read most of this in 24 hours. I think I was on page 60 or something when I updated you. So I'd read 60 pages the night before and then I read the rest of this the day that I filmed that last clip. So it was basically a 24-hour read, which is really good, and I absolutely loved this so much. I think it was even better than Nevermore for me, which I didn't think it would be, but it's honestly amazing. And if you haven't picked this series up, I highly recommend that you do because it's just so whimsical and magical and nonsensical and everything that you could love in a middle grade story. I think it's just absolutely phenomenal. So if you can't tell, I did give this one 5 out of 5 stars. Next up, I did also participate in Jade from JD Ray Reads Readathon, which is a 24-hour readathon, and I managed to finish Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell, and I do now have a reading log for that day up on my channel, so please check that out if you haven't. I didn't really want want to talk about it in this vlog because obviously I have an entire vlog dedicated to it now. So I'm just going to point you over there if you want to hear my thoughts. But again, another amazing read that I'm so glad I read, and chuffed that I managed to basically read 2 books in like a 24-hour readathon type situation. So I've got 2 books off my TBR in 2 days, which is absolutely fab. And now we are back to Shae and the End of Times. So as I said earlier, it's extremely sunny. So my plan for today is to literally sit outside and finish this. I am up to there, so not quite halfway yet, but getting there. And I'm really enjoying it, but it is very much Percy Jackson. We have, you know, the setting up, which obviously all stories have, but then we have the quest, which is in different stages. You need to get, I think it's like 3 different objects, and then they can go on to defeat the god of destruction. So I'm getting Percy Jackson vibes, which, you know, is fine. I like Percy Jackson. Obviously we're following a different kind of mythology, which is refreshing, but I don't know, I found the first 60 odd pages really hard to get through. Like, I was kind of forcing myself to read, and then I did pick it up yesterday and I flew through to page 142, and that was okay. That was fast paced and I wanted to pick it up again. So I'm hoping the rest of this book now will be the same, where it's just action scene after action scene and everything with the pacing will pick up as well. So that's my plan for today. I'm going to try not to burn, because last time I decided to finish a book outside, I burnt my whole body. So gonna try not to do that today, but that is the plan. At the minute, this is around a 3.5 or a 4-star for me, I think. It's not anything like amazing, like Nevermore or Percy Jackson. I don't know why, but there's just something I'm not quite clicking with, and I'm kind of upset about it because I thought that this was gonna be one of my new favourite books. So I don't know. We'll see about that once I read it, I guess. But that is it for this little update. I probably won't update you guys until I finish this book now, because like I said, I'm just literally gonna sit outside and power through. So I will update you guys once I finish that book. Hello, so it is a little while later since I last updated you, and that is mainly because last week a man called George Floyd was murdered by the police in America, and because of that a lot of protests started happening, and I wanted to put my attention and my focus on supporting people who were protesting, and also, you know, sharing all the different petitions, signing all the different petitions, just getting the word out there and trying to get justice for all the black people that have been killed by police. It's an issue that's gone on for far too long, and honestly I don't know how we can still live in a world where this is allowed to happen, because it's awful. It's just absolutely heartbreaking to see some of the stuff that's out there, and I honestly don't get how some people can stand up and say that this is okay, because it's not in any way, shape or form. This is not okay. This should not be happening. Black people should not have to fear for their lives every time they leave the house, every time they get pulled over, every time they have an interaction with the police. It's ridiculous. And this last week especially has made me look at everything so thoroughly and educate myself so much, because although I wholeheartedly support the Black Lives Matter movement, I wasn't as educated as I could be. I will never fully understand what it's like to be discriminated against, but just know that I do stand with every single black person out there, because this is just absolutely ridiculous. You know, it's a human right to be able to live your life, and to have that snatched away from you just because somebody doesn't like the colour of your skin is just horrible. It makes me feel sick to my stomach, to be honest with you. And again, I just want you guys to know that I fully support the Black Lives Matter movement. I will continue to speak about it. Like I said, I'd prefer for you to actually subscribe to and watch black creators' videos about this, so I will leave a whole ton of links down below, so please check them out, as well as petitions. I will leave a lot of information down below for you guys. Please educate yourself. Please support the black creators in this community, because they are absolutely amazing. I genuinely love their content, and just for an example, I know Jessie from Bow Ties and Books has been documenting all the peaceful protests in Minneapolis, mainly on Instagram, but I will leave the links to their social medias down below just so you can educate yourself and see the reality of what's happening and not what's being portrayed to you by the media. So yeah, that's my take on that. Please know that this channel will not support any sort of racism. I will not stand for that. So, you know, if you're against the Black Lives Matter movement in any way, please unsubscribe from this channel now or stop watching, because I do not want people who support that sort of thing on my channel. Right, so coming back to this vlog, like I said, it's been a while since I updated. I think it's been over a week now because I finished Arusha in the end of time, and then all of the protests and everything happened, and like I said, I did want to give my full attention into supporting and sharing links and everything for the Black Lives Matter movement, and so I took a step back from filming and everything like that. And also I've just really not been in a good place mentally. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I have really not been well. I've just been in a really bad state of mind, and I think that's affecting my health. I have literally cried every single day this week for one reason or another. Some things a bit more trivial than others. It's just been an absolute nightmare, so please bear with. It's a really difficult time for everyone right now in this lockdown, but yeah, I am sorry that it's taken me this long to update you guys, but like I said, I did finish Arusha and the end of time, and I ended up giving this a 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it, but my thoughts on it still hold. I thought it was too similar to Percy Jackson. I don't know, I've just recently started reading the Percy Jackson series, and I think because it's so fresh in my mind, I couldn't separate these two books. So I was sad that it was so similar, but saying that, it did pick up in the second half. The plot got moving a bit more, and you know, the characters were actually doing a bit more. Like I said, the first 60 to 100 pages were just really slow, and I didn't find myself wanting to pick it up. However, I did manage to read the second half quite quickly. Overall, I did enjoy it, but I'm not sure if I'll continue on with the series, to be honest with you. It was fun, but there were just some things that I didn't like. I wasn't too keen on Aru's character. I'm not sure if you're meant to, because she is a liar and she does do things that are quite bad, so I don't know if you're meant to feel for her, but honestly, I didn't really care. I think that might be quite controversial, but there we go. The pigeon, I just found a bit annoying, and even though this whole thing seemed to wrap up well, I just wasn't keen on the ending and the way it wrapped up, and then the last few chapters where it was kind of set up for the next book. I don't know, I just wasn't keen on it. So yeah, I did give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm glad I read it, but like I said, I'm not sure if I'll continue on with the series. I did also read the second book in the Farseer trilogy, which is Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, but I do have a dedicated reading vlog to that. I don't know when it'll be up, just depends when I sort out these videos now, but if you'd like to hear my spoilery thoughts on that book, then make sure to check out the video once it is up. And just a quick note, I am reading that as part of the catch-up book club hosted by Becca from Becca and the Books. I will leave the link to Becca's channel and the announcement video down below as well, so you can check it out for yourselves. But that is it for this vlog. I'm sorry it's been a mess, but honestly, the world is a mess right now, and there are more important things happening than me filming some clips sometimes. But that is it for today's video, guys. We've already established it's a mess, so there we are. But if you would like to support me and my channel, please like this video and click the subscribe button down below if you'd like to see more content from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out the links down below, and I will see you soon in my next video. Goodbye!